Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading, and it is a special royal reading today because tomorrow here in South Africa is Mother's Day, Sunday the 8th of May. I know that it is Mother's Day in many countries in the world, the US, Australia, Sweden, various other countries. I think the one great exception is the UK, and I know that the UK has Mother's Day earlier in the year. I know that particularly because I have a sister in the UK and her Mother's Day is always earlier than our Mother's Day here in South Africa, and it can be a little bit confusing sometimes. But anyway, I am going to do a reading today on Meghan Markle as a mother. I have read many times on her children's experience of her as a mother, but I actually have never read on her experience of motherhood. And I have shuffled and shuffled. I think the cards are actually ready to go. They've been flying out for me, so I'm going to put them down, have a little chat. The cards I'm using are the Curious Creatures, the Tarot of Curious Creatures, because the concept for me of Meghan as a mother is rather curious. She doesn't strike me personally, and this is a little bit more shuffling. This is my personal opinion. She doesn't strike me as particularly maternal. And on rare occasions, we have seen her with a live specimen in her in her hands. She's looked awkward, little Archie, when she was reading that story, and it wasn't even the bench. I mean, anyone would have leapt off her lap and headed for the hills if she'd read the bench to them. But little Archie was squirming in her lap and trying to leap off, dive off, and so tricky for her, I think. Tricky energy. Not something perhaps that's natural and easy for her. And understandable. No judgment, no shame there. Not everyone takes naturally to motherhood. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And I just look at it. I'm going to look and see how she experiences motherhood, how she feels about it, and then her individual relationships with each child, with Archie and with Lilibet, the children we hardly ever see. And so nothing specific, as I say, just a general Celtic cross, very general reading. And as I'm laying the cards out, let me just say, because it is Mother's Day here tomorrow, I will not be doing a reading at all, no matter what happens in the royal family. I will be away celebrating Mother's Day, and I hope that all of you who are celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow in your particular countries have a wonderful day. And my thoughts are particularly with those of you who, for whatever reason, find Mother's Day difficult. I know that some people really do, and you are not forgotten and you are not alone tomorrow on Mother's Day. So that's all said, let's have a look. Meghan Markle as a mother. Mother's Day reading for Meghan. 5 of Pentacles is the underlying energy, and that's a very difficult energy. You can see our little panda bear looking very sad, very left out, very alone. And what was I just saying? For some people, Mother's Day is actually a very difficult day. For Meghan Markle, it is a very difficult day. And I'm actually feeling quite emotional as I say that. 5 of Pentacles, the card of loneliness, exile, lack. Also a card, let's put it up there, and a little panda. Also a card of ill health, possibly. This is not a happy energy, obviously. And so let's see what's going on. The signifier for Meghan as a mother. What do we get then? Oh my word. Wow, okay, this is going to be one of those readings. The 9 of Swords, that's the card of anxiety, stress, worry. Does look a bit Meghan-like. The kind of outfit, the kind of body even, physically, it looks a bit like Meghan. Of course, I just have to put the disclaimer in there. It's in the box below. All my opinion, tarot reading, all for entertainment purposes. 9 of Swords is a very difficult energy signifier as a mother. She's worried about something. She's very anxious about something, very stressed about something. It was Archie's birthday yesterday. Not a sight of him. I did a reading on that, and that was a very troubling reading. And we haven't seen any fresh pictures of him. We haven't seen any sign of Lilibet apart from that rather peculiar Christmas card that a lot of people say might have been photoshopped. I'm just repeating what people are saying. I'm not stating that as fact. Nine of Swords, anxiety, worry for her as a mother. What are the challenges that she's facing as a mother? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is research, spying, investigating. Let that sink in. Investigating. There have been rumours that the British Parliament, members of the British Parliament, perhaps a committee, looking into the circumstances around the births of Archie and Lilibet and their place in the line of succession. That is a wild rumour, and let's just put it as a wild rumour. But it looks as if she is concerned about communications that might be quite harsh, perhaps to do with titles, perhaps to do with the role that the children are going to have in the royal family going forward. It is literally investigations, research, studying something, looking something up. You can see all those books, all those documents, those birds are fluttering around her thoughts, worries, wondering. She's wondering. She's maybe got piles of documents that she's dealing with for some reason with these children. And of course there was speculation that at least with Lilibet there might have been an adoption involved, and a difficult adoption process didn't go smoothly. Again, I am just repeating a rumour that has floated around, or allegations. So what is going on behind the scenes with Meghan and her children? And we get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles is a mother card. It's a wife card. It is being it's been there, it's been grounded. It's the Earth Mother card. It's a very nurturing energy when it's upright. It's very kind. It's the kind of mum that bakes cakes and spends a lot of time with her children. Very, very hands-on mum. And not that any mother in particular is not a hands-on mum, but it's a very there mother who's very involved in sort of arts and crafts and that kind of thing. A Catherine mum, shall we say. Catherine mum. It's the reverse of a Catherine mum. This card in the reverse is somebody who's not grounded, who's not necessarily present, who isn't investing time and effort in her children, who just isn't bothered, maybe really disengaged from them, leaving them to the care of others with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Doesn't make meals for them, doesn't spend time with them, doesn't read stories to them, doesn't do all those kind of really basic things with her children that the Queen of Pentacles upright would be doing. Maybe she's after her making money and is really not interested in spending time with her children. That's the charitable explanation of that card. There are possibly more sinister explanations of that card of why she's not engaged at all with her children, to do with where the children may be. So let's see her focus, her goals right now as a mother. And Knight of Swords. She wants something decisive to happen with that card, charging in. Wanting something, and I think that something is to do with the royal family with the Knight of Swords. She wants something to happen fast. There's something that she is possibly studying and researching and contemplating. Could it be a christening? Could it be a balcony appearance? Could it be a photo with the Queen? We saw all the other little royal grandchildren and great-grandchildren having a lovely day. It looked like in the grounds of Windsor Castle with that carriage, and playing, and dogs and nannies, and Queen of Pentacles sight. If ever there was a Queen of Pentacles sight, that was it. And perhaps she wants some of that with that charging energy. The Knight of Swords is very fast and furious kind of energy. She wants something and she's very direct about it, and she's trying to stake her claim about something and being quite militant about it and quite aggressive. The Knight of Swords isn't a nice gentle energy at all. So what's been going on in the recent past with her and her children? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ah dear. Again, a difficult energy. Choices and decisions and things that don't balance. So something is out of alignment with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Something is not right. We've got two children and we've got two pentacles that are in the reverse and that are not maybe in her hands. Again, it ties to this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse energy, that these children may in fact have been dropped somehow, and I don't mean literally dropped by her, I mean removed, may not be there. Again, my opinion, I have to state, this is all my opinion, disclaimer in the box below, that they may not literally be in her care at the moment or in the past, and that may be the reason why we have the Five of Pentacles as the underlying energy, and the heart of this reading is the Nine of Swords. There is a lot of worry, there is something troubling going on here, and this is from Meghan's perspective. This is not from the children's perspective. Maybe put effort into the wrong situation, which didn't work out, because that is literally what the Two of Pentacles is. It's about where you put your energy and your focus and your money and your priorities, and when it's in the reverse, you prioritize the wrong thing, and it all kind of falls apart and overwhelms you. Everything's out of alignment, out of balance, and so there is something very strange going on, and one day I hope we do all find out what it is, not for our sakes of curiosity so much as so that we know that those children are in the right care and in safe hands and are thriving and not just surviving. So near future for Meghan, what will be the story then? Five of Cups in reverse. This reading is a grim reading. The Five of Cups is, of course, the sorrow, the crying over spilt milk, remorse, regret. It is, of course, in reverse, and there can be some trying to recover from some sorrow, from some difficulty, but it could also be extreme sorrow and extreme difficulty. And I have to state here, and this is not my personal belief, but I know that there are stories going around, a lot of people are speculating that Meghan may, and I feel very uncomfortable even articulating this, Meghan may come up with an unfortunate accident, shall we say, for at least one of the children. That's the reason why she can't go to the Jubilee. May use that as an excuse. Something happening to one of the children. Five of Cups does give that kind of energy, that there is some sorrow here, there is some regrets, but it could just be she herself is experiencing some level of sorrow and regret over the way she has brought these children into the world, perhaps the subterfuge, the confusion, the difficulty around them, all allegedly, of course, the rumors of alleged surrogacy, adoption, the strangeness surrounding both of their births and the mysterious absence of both of them. She really has made life very difficult for herself and for Harry and for the children in times to come, because there are great mysteries around both of them, and Prince Harry of all people should know how difficult that is, because he himself has grown up with something of a cloud over his paternity, and very difficult for him, I'm sure, and perhaps she just is going to actually regret that. It is in the reverse, so extreme energy or recovering from energy. Hard to tell in this reading, because there is such negativity here that the extreme version of this card isn't out of the realms of possibility at all. It's a more likely energy actually in this reading, that it is more likely that she's going to be suffering from some extreme degree of regret and sorrow over what has happened with her and her children. Her relationship with Archie, tell me about that, please. Yeah, this is the situation that I'm talking about, that she's got herself into a bit of a bind with Archie. She's made that bed of nails for herself. It's not a bed of nails in this card, but it is a trap. when you are out from your own fear and your own machinations, you create a trap for yourself, a mental trap, and you find it difficult to get out of it. It may be possible to get out of it. There is a way out of it. The way out of it is to perhaps just tell the truth and say sorry, perhaps. But when you're in that trap, when she is in this trap, she can't see the way out, or she doesn't want to accept that perhaps is the only way out. So she has got herself into a bit of a mess with Archie and the circumstances around his birth and what is actually going on with him. Not a healthy relationship. It's almost hands are tied, and again that huge disconnect. You can see how her heart chakra is blocked, with those arms folded across her chest and her hands tied. And again, it gives me the idea that she really doesn't have anything to do with those children, even if they are in the same physical space as her. There's just no contact, there's no connection between her and Archie. How is she with Lilibet? I can tell you, I can't wait to finish this reading. And we get the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Lilibet didn't turn out to be the big money spinner that she thought it was. She was going to be. That's for sure. Aces are new starts. New start with a healthy kick financially. Selling the baby pictures to magazines and for millions and millions. Perhaps featuring in fly on the wall documentaries about Harry and Meghan, getting that money shot with the Queen, the christening, all of that. This card has come out in the reverse. Didn't happen. Hasn't worked out the way she thought it was going to work out. And again, we have a pentacle that is dropped. We've got lots of pentacles being dropped here. First and obvious thing is with dropping pentacles is not making money, or in fact losing money out of a situation. Lilibet might have cost an arm and a leg for whatever reason to actually secure her presence in that house in Montecito, if she is even there. Disclaimer in the box below. And but even more sinister for these dropped pentacles is that pentacles represent bodies, physical things, children perhaps that are not around or not secured, didn't get her. Wow. Hopes and fears for Meghan, Mother Meghan. Death card. Death card has come out in the reverse. She's worried that she has made this trap for herself. She's not going to get out of this trap down here, this Eight of Swords. Death card in reverse is a stagnant situation, something that needs to change but isn't changing for whatever reason. You've got yourself into quagmire, quicksand. That the more you struggle, really, the deeper you go. And that's Death card in reverse. She knows something needs to change. She knows something needs to end. It really does. Whatever it is that needs to end is not ending, and she's afraid that it's not going to end, and a situation, a rotten situation, is just going to get worse and worse and worse. Again, I don't think it means a literal death, although there is speculation about that, and the Archie reading had the same card in it, which did give me a bit of a shock when I saw it. Not so shocked when I see it now, because this reading is so bad. But death in reverse, being stuck, not changing, not letting go of a situation that needs to be let go of. Whether it is the idea of children that she doesn't really have, the lies perhaps that she has told, the situations, the drama, the difficulty that she has created around the situation. She needs to come clean and actually say, I need a fresh start with this whole thing. I need to tell you what really happened. I don't know if she ever wrote her memoirs and was honest in them. Wow, what a book that would be. But this is a very, very, very disturbing read. Very disturbing, not just from her point of view, but also for the children's point of view. Outcome. How are we going to think of Meghan Markle as a mother in the years to come? My throat chakra is closing as I say that, and we get the Chariot in reverse. And it's a big card. There have been some big cards coming in here. Chariot is progress, is way forward, is drive, is ambition, and heading for that goal that you want. Sometimes trampling people underfoot on the way to that goal. See two cats there, black cat, white cat. It's usually about trying to pull together opposing forces and use them to gain momentum and drive. That is what the Chariot is about. But because the card is in the reverse, it is about not going forward, not being on the right path, your path being blocked, your path being stopped. Something is going to stop with Meghan and this role as mother. It is going to end, whether it is because the children end up in the custody of Prince Harry, should the marriage end. That could be what this death card is about. It's about marriage ending or relationship with the royal family ending, that she's concerned, because it is the Scorpio card, the Prince Charles card, that she's possibly concerned about what's going to happen when Prince Charles takes over. Of course, the children seemingly should be entitled to Prince and Princess title when Prince Charles becomes king. And this could be what this is about, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, all of that. She's worried they're not going to get that. But her road is going to be blocked, her path is going to be blocked at some level. This journey is going to end. This journey, perhaps mythical journey, of Meghan Markle, the mother. Perhaps that journey is going to stop, and we are going to know that perhaps she wasn't the actual birth mother of these children, perhaps not even the biological mother of these children. Perhaps her role with them and the royal family is going to stop, but something big is going to end. It really is going to end. It's going to be public. The Chariot is never a silent card. It's the car crash. I always say it with Harry and Meghan. There's a car crash coming for Meghan as a mother. I hope not literally. I only thought about that after I made that unfortunate pronouncement. That's not what I mean, not at all. I don't mean that literally at all. I mean it figuratively. And huge disclaimers over all of this. Very, very unpleasant energy. Wow. Can cut it with a knife. I'm going to go and detox from this reading now. Shake it off. I hope you all shake it off. I hope you all have a fabulous day tomorrow. And I will see you back on Monday.